Can he retire on CDs alone? Ooh, CDs. How dare you, Josh? Don't you know? Don't you know they're horrible? Horrible investments. Blah, 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 blah. Working my man today. We'll call him Heavy Kevy. Heavy Kevy. And great guy. Legend, crushing. And we're just kind of going over his portfolio, and he's pretty conservative. And, he's just recently retired. Not that old. Why, buddy? Why? Yeah. Someone wants to say, look at that snaggletooth. Hi, snaggletooth. Look at that snaggletooth. Anyway, so Heavy Kevy and his wife, and they're pretty conservative investors. They don't got multi-million dollars. They just don't. But they don't spend multi-million. I gotta get my haircut. But anyway, so we're just kind of running his numbers. I'll show you what he's got right now. So this is where he is right now. He's basically mostly just in money markets. So a little bit in stocks, not much. Yeah. And then you can see right here, just all in money markets. And I'm only giving him a 3.1% rate of return. All right. Well, the Fidelity SPACs right now, in fact, what is SPACs doing? That's the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, which is what he has. Let's take a look what SPACs is doing. And I'm not sure what Vanguard is doing, but we're just going to look up SPACs. SPAXX. Oh, man, I can't lose SPACs there. All right, let me tell you what. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to Grok. Watch this. We're going to go to Grok. I love Grok. Oh, man, it's like the best thing ever. That's the X version of AI that you can talk to. You ready? What is the current yield on SPAXX? Let's see what Grok tells us. Shh, don't say anything. All right, so Grok is going to say, okay, well, you guys give me a long thing here. Hold on a second. All right, so Grok tells me to get the most up-to-date, go to the Fidelity website, but based on historical context and posts found on X around early March 2025, the yield on SPACs was reported to be around 4%. Okay, so he's getting 4% on SPACs right now, and I'm only giving him 3.1%. All right, now that 3.1% comes with a 1.9% standard deviation. All right, so based on any given year, he could be down 3% or something like that in this portfolio. Not very significant. All right, but I just want to focus on this 1.9% standard deviation. All right, so check this out. So then we go over here and we say his current plan, remember his current asset allocation is this right here, 3.1% with a small standard deviation. Basically, really no downside risk. Oops. But then we come over here and we see his current plan, he's only got an 11% probability of success. That's it. That's it, because he's only getting 3.1. But current CDs right now are paying 4.5 or so. So if we make this portfolio 4.7% rate of return, all right, now this isn't going to be apples to apples, but just hear me out for a second. 4.7% rate of return. He's got 78% probability of success, which is fine because there's a lot. We got him spending way more. He's going to, but still, at the end of the day, 78% for this guy is fine. So he's got to get a 4.7% rate of return to get that 78% probability. And again, this is with a standard deviation of 6.8. So that means based on any given year, he could be down 16% or so. But CDs aren't down 16%. So let's take a look at what CDs are doing right now. All right, so bankrate.com is showing a 14-month CD at 4.5. We've got 4.5 for 9 months, 4.4 for 16 months. 1 year, 4.35, and so they're over 4. Now, not quite 4.7, but they're certainly between 4.25 and 4.5. That's not so bad for a year. Now, I wonder if we can we show how long we want to go on this guy? Let's see what Navy Federal is. Hold on a second. And so here's Navy Federal CDs, 4% for a year. 2, well, only yeah. Oh, here's long race. 3 years, 3.7. So not great race, obviously, but still, at the end of the day, I'm only giving my man. Where was the thing? Hold on a second. I was only giving him 3.1. So you can get in a fixed annuity or CD 4%. That shouldn't be too difficult in this market. It just should not be. Now, if you want to lock up your money, I wonder what Penn Fed is doing. Let's take. But Penn Fed typically has the best rates. Penn Fed Credit Union. Penn Fed Credit Union. Let's take a look at CD rates at Penn Fed. My brother used to work there, and I'm a member there. So let's take a look. Yeah, 3.25, 3.4. Yeah, they don't. Oh, weird. They don't have anything that goes over 4% at Penn Fed. So anyway, there you go. So will he? Right now. Well, that's weird, man. If they got 5 year at 3.2, wow, they've really dropped the rates down quite a bit. Well, anyway, either way, so if we can reduce the downside risk, that's what I'm trying to say here. If we can reduce the downside risk and still give you around 4 to 4.5%, in this case, this guy's fine, man. It's just there's no two ways around it. The question is he going to be able to get those 4 to 4.5% CD rates for the rest of his life? I don't know. But certainly 2 years in retirement, we don't want to take a big risk with the markets going nuts. We don't want that. And again, the fixed annuities are still paying like over 5, man. And I just it's a if the missing the downside is more important than capturing the upside. So I told him, I said, well, heavy Kevy, what happens if you missed out on a 25% gain like last year? Would you jump off a bridge? He goes, nah, dude, I just don't want to lose it. I said, yeah, see. So it just depends. It depends, but don't overlook CDs. They're not a bad place. For some reason, financial advisors can't stand CDs. I know why, because I don't get paid on them. But man, they're not a bad thing because you're getting a certain amount of money each and every, some pay monthly, some pay whatever quarterly, but we know you're getting that, and as such, there's no downside risk. Anyway, so something to think about. Mar and I are going to talk. Mar Shaw from Client First Cap. I think it's next week. We're going to talk about structured notes again because I think there's another thing. Because really, the point being is downside risk mitigation should be primary concern. Rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, see rule number 1. I think Buffett said that. Don't lose money. So downside risk mitigation should be top priority when you're about to or just recently retired. And so we're going to talk about some of these structured notes again because I do think they have value, absolutely. And I think there's some kind of article, white paper I was just reading on that the other day. About 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it's something of interest. So we're going to go live next week to talk about structured notes to downside risk protection because I think they have value added. Come here. Come here. No. Everyone heard you. You don't want to say hi to everybody if they heard you? Oh, watch this. Watch how cute this guy is. Oh, my goodness. So cute. Yes, sir. Look at those guys. Oh, look at that big old mouth. Remember, he's 31% pit bull, so if you don't give me a thumbs up, he's coming after you. God bless. We'll see you guys.